Democracy versus Donald. No King's Day. Protest shake DC and Atlanta too. What if I told you Trump's birthday bash isn't just a parade? It's a power play that has protesters from coast to coast shouting, "We don't do kings." Now stay with me because what's happening in DC could change how we define democracy in America. Now, why in the world did Trump want a military parade on his birthday? Because nothing says happy birthday to me like tanks, troops, and a tiny crown he swears is just for aesthetics. Stay tuned. Be right back. Welcome to Unorganized Chaos Network. I am the Evangelist of Entertainment. This is the Reclaiming My Reaction show. Uh, Democracy versus Donald. No King's Day protest shake DC. I stand firm in my truth, rooted in freedom, guided by purpose, and unshaken by the noise of power, hungry crowds. Because I was born to rise, not to bow. This is not the king I was born to bow to. 1 Samuel 8, 6-7. But when they said, "Give us a king to lead us," this displeased Samuel. So he prayed to the Lord, and the Lord told him, "Listen to all that the people are saying to you. It is not you they have rejected, but they have rejected me as their king." You are in a bad situation when you reject the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. This verse is a powerful reminder that seeking human rulers over divine guidance often leads us away from justice and true leadership. And I think we are far away from justice and true leadership. But family, listen to me. Let me go ahead and say this. Let me say it plain. If you woke up this morning feeling like your life got hit by a semi-truck of nonsense, congratulations. You are alive, and you being alive, that is the first step to not being dead. And before you think this is going to be another everything happens for a reason speech, let me stop you right there. Because sometimes the reason is you trusted the wrong person. We have all done that before. Or you voted for the wrong person. You stayed in the wrong place. You ignored the red flag. You ignored the red flags. There is a TikToker, the United States of Red Flags. I forgot her name, but Google it on TikTok, the United States of Red Flags. You ignored the red flags like it was a cute little scar. You ever been so tired that you're tired is tired? You ever been sick and tired of being sick and tired? You ever prayed with one eye open? You ever prayed with one eye open like, "Lord, if you're going to send help, please text me first, because I don't know." And I don't answer the unknown numbers anymore, because you never know who on the other line. But listen, life be lifing. But what I came to remind you is, you ain't crazy. You are called. So you thought the breakdown was the end, but God said that was just the intermission. The real show starts when you rise up with your edges sweating, your mascara running, but your soul still preaching. So now let me tell y'all about my own No King's Day. Yeah, I built my own No King's Day and I wrote about it. This isn't a political one though. I mean, this is the day I stopped bowing to my trauma. Yeah, I stopped bowing to my trauma. And I had my own No King's Day. The day I said, you can't sit on the throne of my mind rent free anymore. I canceled some subscriptions too on my No King's Day. I unsubscribed from drama. You should try that. Unsubscribe from drama. I unsubscribe from disrespect. I unsubscribe to always having to be the bigger person all the time. I unsubscribe from people who only check on me when they need a witness to their own chaos. I'm not your emotional support animal. No, I'm not. I'm a whole human being. I have dreams. I have stretch marks and a schedule. I am not your fixer. I am my own force. Now let's talk about failure. You know, failure don't feel cute. It don't smell like lavender or come with a gospel playlist. Failure will have you on the couch at 3 a.m. eating cereal with a fork and watching reruns of Judge Mathis or Divorce Court or something like that. And be like, hey, they got anger issues. But failure is feedback. Failure is fertilizer. And what do we use fertilizer for? We use fertilizer to grow things. So the stink of what you've been through might just be the scent of your next breakthrough. Let me drop this real quick for my overthinkers. If you're feeling low and your joy's been snatched, and your purpose feeling like a sentinel that won't catch, take a breath, fix your crown, get up slow. Even sunflowers tip before they grow. You ain't behind, you ain't late, you just been in training. God got you in a spiritual boot camp. I don't know if there are any soldiers in here, but I appreciate your service. Veterans, I appreciate your service. But God got you in a spiritual boot camp, and that's why all your little breaks feel like major battles. But remember this, even the strongest soldiers get tired. My parents were soldiers, but they still marched. Now I gotta talk to my folks. You know, my folks, my peoples, my African Americans, my beautiful black sisters. My BBWs, beautiful, big, bold, brilliant black sisters. My beautiful African American lesbians. My beautiful black African American straight sisters. My folks. If you've been feeling invisible, you've been showing up, you've been loving hard, you've been giving without asking, and still they overlook you, they overlook us. Like our worth got a glitch in it. But let me be clear, you don't need a spotlight to shine. You know, when the sun rises, it don't ask for an applause. It just shows up and everything else moves around it. So stop waiting on validation from people who wouldn't notice if you walked on water unless you did it in red bottoms. You are not too much. You are not too loud. You are not too emotional. You are exactly the kind of wildfire this world needs. Let me ask you something. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let me ask you something. Have you survived every single worst day of your life? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Have you survived every single worst day of your life? Have you made it through every heartbreak? Have you made it through every disappointment? Have you survived every loss? Have you survived every rejection? Every unseasoned advice? Have you survived your family reunion? That's a start. Have you survived your manager who thinks that they're God's gift to corporate America? Then you're still here. And being here is holy. Let's pause for a minute. Put your hand on your heart. You know, I'm a master in meditation. I meditate every day. But do you feel that beat? That rhythm? That's your purpose talking. That's God's whispering to you. God is saying, I ain't through with you yet. So wipe away your tears. Charge your phone too. And block anybody who tried to dim your light while you were just trying to survive. You ain't here to play small. You were born for audacity, for bold moves, for belly laughs, for divine love that doesn't make you shrink. So here's your mission. Okay, I'm gonna give you a mission. My mission too. Okay, this is our mission on the No Kings Day. Should you choose to accept, this is your mission. Be too much for the rooms that were never meant to hold you. For everywhere you went, where you were the boss and they thought you were the janitor. Be too much for the rooms that were never meant to hold you. Start that thing you've been scared of. I've started this YouTube channel. I've been scared of. I think I literally started in 2021, and I'm just now getting 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 years. I'm just now trying to be productive on it. But start it. Start whatever it is that you want to start that you've been scared of. Speak even if your voice trembles. You know, I'm speaking on here, and sometimes my concentration will all over the place. Sometimes can't remember what it is. I can be looking at my script. I can be looking at what I wrote down. Instead of like, what in the world did I write down? And I just go off and do something else. Speak even if your voice trembles. But the most important part is rest. Get you some rest. Rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, recuperation. Rest without guilt. And laugh. Laugh till your stomach hurts. And tell yourself every single day. You know, I have affirmations I tell myself every single day. They are literally on the mirror in my bathroom. They say, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am strong, I am loved. But tell yourself every day, I am the prayer my ancestors whispered. I am the strength my past couldn't break. I am the future my soul deserves. And do your dance. Or do your shout. Even if your knees sound like bubble wrap. Yeah, my knees crack and crickle pop sometimes. Sing. Yeah, I sing. I only know 2 notes. Loud and off key. Those are 2 notes I know. I'm very good at it. I can sing, I just don't sound good. Love. Even when your heart been through war, you survive and still love. You're not broken, you're seasoned. You've been marinated in mercy, slow cooked in struggle, and now you're ready to serve. So here's the benediction. Here's the benediction. May your light be louder than your fears. May your joy be bigger than your past. And may your no be holy. No is a complete sentence. You don't need no explanation. N-O, period, or N-O, next opportunity. Just know. And let your yes be powerful. And let your boundaries be blessed. You know, I talked to Jesus on Sunday, my therapist on Monday. And one of the best things she ever taught me was about boundaries. And let your boundaries be blessed. You ain't crazy. You are not crazy. Okay, love, you are not crazy. You're just waking up. Waking up to who you are. Waking up to what you deserve. Waking up to the fact that royalty ain't about crowns. No King's Day. It's about courage. So rise, shine, and give God the glory. but rise, shine, and go remind the world what resilience looks like with the side of black girl magic and a full cup of grace. Even when grace wasn't given to us, they give us a cup of vinegar and we give them back a cup of grace. That's the power of black girl magic. But I love you. I love you, beautiful black women. Yeah, this is for everybody. I'm just talking to my folks right now, but let this resonate with whoever is watching this. I love you. I see you. And if nobody else told you today, you got this. You have always had this, and you know this. You got this. And this ain't your ending. This is your encore. Okay? Now, if you believe power belongs to the people and not to crowns, you know, some crowns come with thorns. They put a crown of thorns on our Lord and Savior Jesus' head. But power belongs to the people. Well, guess what? The crowns with the thorns rose the king from the dead. Isn't that something? You know, the power belongs to the people, though, not to the crowns or the thrones you want to put yourself on, or unchecked egos. Good gracious. The power belongs to the people, not to unchecked egos. And if you believe this, please hit that like button. Share this video with your community and drop a no kings in the comments. Let your voice echo louder than any parade anywhere, whether that parade is in DC or Atlanta, or wherever that parade is. Let your voice be louder. Okay? Thank you so much for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that notification bell. Please share this with 4 people. You are more than likely to become like the 4 people you spend the most of your time with. So thank you again for subscribing. I really appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. All hearts and minds are clear. Go govern yourselves accordingly.